Libra. So I had to make sure that I get y'all in because, I mean, it is a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign. So I was like, okay, I got to get y'all in. So here we go. For you, Libra, if you're a sun or rising, this is for you in accordance with this lunar eclipse, which we all know is the magnification of a full moon energy, which is that of releasing, letting things go, completing of cycles, completing of things in your life, as well as celebration. Okay. Celebrating. You had two cards fall out, but this one was on top, so this is one I took. But you also got indulgence. So I think I paused on that celebration because in my mind I'm thinking, okay, if you got Fae and you got indulgence, this may be a time in which you don't need to indulge too much. Okay. That could be in spending on stuff. It could also mean in giving out information to certain people or whatever that you just don't need to give out, or participating in groups of people who are doing things that may have been fun to you for a while or may have been fun to you in the past, but when you really think about it, it's just not good for you in the long run. So it could be anything. It could be something extreme, or it can be something that is not so extreme, like gossiping or anything like that. It's really removing yourself from behaviors that really just too much of anything is not a good thing. So even if it's good initially, too much of it, it'll turn it sour. It'll turn it bad. For you, Libra, this, of course, this full moon is happening in your first house because it's in Libra. So it's dealing with your identity, your appearance, how you are coming across to other people, how other people are perceiving you, how you want to present yourself to other people and to the world. All comes into play. Also, your face, something to do with your face, because first house deals with the head. So something you might have been experiencing migraines or irritations with your eyes and your seeing, or just foggy thinking, clouded thinking, not fully there, whatever it is. The focus is on your first house and completing something, saying, you know what, I'm done with this. I need to heal this. I need to work this out. I need to stop this. I need to release this. I need to complete this. When it's dealing with you, it's all about you. It's not other people. You can't put it on other people. It's literally in your first house. So it's saying it's something within you and something about you and something on you that you need to release so that you can move forward and get the desires of your heart, so you can indulge in those things, the good things of life, in particular. And of course, we know that the sun is in Aries, and when the moon is full, that means it's in opposition to the sun. So with the sun being in Aries and the moon being in Libra in your first house, that makes the sun in your seventh house. That's one-on-one relationships. So that is in highlight to that, in the oppositions that come within your one-on-one relationships, and focusing in on that and saying to yourself, what battles are worth me fighting and what should I just let go? It's not worth it. And just coming to that conclusion. So you got Faye. Not everything is as it may seem. Be cautious, dear one, for there is a story beneath the tale. It's a pretty ominous card. And it's misunderstandings. The standard operating procedure for fairies is to be mischievous, devious, and playful to a fault. And for this reason, they are often misunderstood. To them, they are simply living their lives as they always have and doing what is natural for who and what they are. You have pulled Faye because there has been a misunderstanding in your situation. Perhaps a miscommunication has occurred, or someone is failing to see your point of view. Everyone has a different standard operating procedure, but different doesn't always mean wrong. Consider how you can be more compassionate for the people involved in this situation. You don't have to agree, But making space for the opinions of others can and often does diffuse any tense situations. You'll be surprised what you can learn by being a better listener, and may even find that all involved have been chasing the same thing the whole time, but just in a different way. And that's beautiful right there, because when you're thinking about an opposition for any planet, when they're in opposition in the signs, the two signs are in opposition only because they're on the same plane and they're looking at each other. So you guys are literally on the same path, doing the same thing, just coming about it from a different perspective, coming about it in a different way. So does that mean that your way is right and their way is wrong? No. If the same objective, you guys have the same objective, who cares how you got to it? I mean, you kind of do have to care a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. Like, y'all both got there, though. It's the whole point. So instead of being argumentative or causing a fuss about, oh, you didn't do it the way I would have done it, or I want to do it, instead of going about it like that, just think about it. Did they accomplish it, though? Did they achieve it, though? Did you achieve it? Did you accomplish it? If that's the case, then we have to respect how they did it. Not to say it's the only way, because there's always multiple ways to do it. Okay? Just do what works best for you. The same is true if you are experiencing an internal struggle. Give any emotions you are experiencing time for expression. And I'm also going to read 19 because it did come up, self-indulgence. Self-worth, You are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours. Demand what you need. Butane is a natural time of indulgence when the earth offers a feast for both eyes and stomachs as spring comes alive and expands in bursts of colors and blooms. Like Mother Earth, you too will come alive when you indulge yourself. Indulgence doesn't necessarily mean eating an entire box of chocolates, though sometimes this may be required. The most productive way to indulge yourself is to acknowledge your worth and needs. Demand what is yours by giving to yourself first. So there may have been a misunderstanding in regards to what your needs are because you haven't been expressing yourself in a way in which you could be heard. Sometimes we get so caught up in our emotions that we come across in a way in which it puts the other person on defense, and then nothing gets accomplished. But I hate this saying, but I mean, it's kind of true. You don't attract bees with honey. Like, that's not true. You attract flies with honey. Bees go to flowers. So be a flower, okay? Be a flower so that you can attract bees. So that you can get some honey. Honey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be conscious of how you're coming across, and how you are expressing yourself, because your goal is to be heard. So why put that goal, why shit on that goal with aggression and with anger and with loudness and all this? Kamate. I come in peace and I wish to be heard and I will hear you. Reciprocal. Let's see. The most productive way to indulge yourself is to acknowledge your worth and needs. Demand what is yours by giving to yourself first. Do you always put others before yourself? Once again, the I, your identity, your you. Are you working hard to fulfill someone else's dreams rather than your own? Do you stifle your own desires in favor of someone else's? Your dreams, needs, and desires matter just as much as anyone else's. Even more so because they are waiting patiently within your heart, waiting for you to find the time and space to bring them to life. You're the only one who can live your life. No one else can live your life. So therefore, if you don't accomplish what you have set out in your life to accomplish, only person you can blame is yourself. Put yourself first. You'll never be disappointed in yourself. You will always know, I have another chance. I can do this. But why wait? Put yourself first now and go out and accomplish those